This is Grim Trigger, and these are my top 10 Transformers figures of 2019. So before I begin, there's just two ground rules here. One, these are figures that I purchased in 2019. They may have been released earlier, but no, I have to have purchased it in the year I review it, so yeah. And then the other one is, these are figures that that don't tend to stay on the shelf for too long. So if they collected dust on the shelf, that means they're not my favorites, right? So yeah, with that out of the way, let me show you the figures that I did not choose. So these are some of my favorite figures that didn't quite make it into the list. And just to point out a few of them, this guy is really good. This is Hex Wrench, but you know, as a standalone figure is nice, but you know, I can't put him in any display. Maybe if my Voyager Class collection grows, maybe then he'll go in the top 10, but no, not today, not this year. Others, this guy's really good, just really huge. I can't pick him up, I can't pose him, so other than that, he's a perfect rendition of Omega Supreme. This guy is a good rendition of Jetfire, but it's only one decent pose. This one just had a few little niggles that I couldn't get around. Otherwise, a great figure. I might pick up one of the the Aoi model. I don't know what it's called, the oversized version of this with the improvements. But yeah, this guy itself, this guy is really good. Just didn't make it to the list. Galaxy Prime, the core robot wasn't as good. Is also a nice figure. Soundwave was the figure that put me on the map, but he's good in robot mode, not good in any other mode. This Megatron is nice, maybe the best Chug Megatron we have, but yeah, didn't quite make it to the list just because I needed to select 10. These three really good. Again, didn't make it quite make it to the list. This thing I really wanted to put higher, but I just had a lot of problems with him in terms of stability and all. He's nice, he scales well with Omega Supreme, as you can see, but yeah. And this guy, just a really nice Studio Series figure as well. So those are the figures that I didn't choose. Next, I wanted to show you the 5 figures that disappointed me the most this year for one reason or the other. So Prowl, I was really excited to get this, especially since he's the first of the Datsun bots, and I was expecting that they'd be releasing a lot of the Datsun brothers as well, and they did. But the one thing that I hated the most with this figure is the clear plastic used for the knees. Now I might be wrong, and these might be the sturdiest of the clear plastic, but if you've been collecting figures as long as I have, you know that these things tend to break, and putting clear plastic, especially that thin of clear plastic, supporting the entire body is just not a bad idea. So I want to love him, but he's staying on the shelf and I'm not moving him. This guy I was really excited for as well, but having him beside these Siege figures, he's worse than all of them just because this is a very dated mold. He's still nice, I still like him. I'm probably gonna be displaying him in vehicle mode beside my Welly Back to the Future car. This guy, I guess we don't really need to talk about. It's just the choice of clear plastic. So first off, clear plastic, I really hate clear plastic. Secondly, they could have chosen a different color clear plastic, but I really wish they'd release the non-clear version here in Melbourne so I can get him, because this is an awesome mold based on the transformation and everything. I really like the mold, but implementation is really poor. This guy was one that I really wanted to like, but he just had a few issues for me. So the looseness of this leg, this foot supporting the figure, really bad. As well as this thing doesn't want to stay in place. So yeah, it's just quality control. I really like this figure, but because of that, this disappointed me a lot. Lastly, this guy, I really wanted to like him as well, but I don't know, there's just something about him that I really dislike, you know, if it's the looseness of the joints or what. But yeah, I really wanted to like this, and because of that I was really disappointed with how he turned out. And just because I couldn't make a top non-Transformers video 2019, here are my top 3 non-Transformers figures. So first up, this is Rey from the Rise of Skywalker from the Black Series line. Really nice sculpt, really nice likeness. I really like this figure. They've really done well with the face paint. And then there's Worthy Cap. Again, another really nice figure. I really wish they'd release an unmasked Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man Mark 85 figure, as well as armored Fat Thor to go with this. But yeah, really nice. And then lastly, this Figma Hulk, or was it SH Figures? I can't remember, but this one is probably the best Hulk figure ever released from the movie line. And as a good bonus, if you put the shouting head, you can actually put him with your comic book line as well. So yeah, really nice figures. Now let's start with the most logical choice for the top 10. Here is Siege Leader Class Shockwave. Now this guy has received a lot of flack for being, you know, too small to be a leader class, and I understand where people are coming from. He really is a supposed to be a Voyager. This thing is really, you know, not necessary. I really love this figure. I bring him with me a lot, but I tend to leave this. This is just, you know, extra fluff, I think. Not very useful, not very good for posing either. So yeah, but this guy is really nice. Has a lot of posability. There's a lot of character for someone with a, you know, with one eyeball. I really like him. Really posable. Really a logical number 10 choice. Now for number 9, here is Siege Ultra Magnus. Now, compared to the other leader class figures in the line, I think this guy is the most appropriate. Size wise, he's nice. Weight is really good. All these extra armor bits are not really extra armor bits. These are appropriate for Ultra Magnus, so nothing goes to waste. Aside from that, even with all these added pieces, he poses really well as well. So, you know, bonus. He got remolded as Galaxy Prime, and as you saw, Galaxy Prime didn't really make it to this list, but this mold is really nice. Compared to Galaxy Prime, the core body as well looks really nice. I know they're the same mold technically in terms of the core body, but the core body for Galaxy Prime just looks like a grandpa with high pants. This guy, really nice. Okay, so number 8 would be Masterpiece movie Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. This guy may not be the best Masterpiece figure. Certainly not the best Masterpiece figure if you include the G1 ones, but this guy just has a lot of personality, both in vehicle mode and robot mode. Lots of good posability and all. And yeah, I just really like him. I wish he was more movie accurate. I wish you can, you know, fold down the wings and all that, but you know, this is what we got, and he's not a bad figure. Maybe just not perfect, but you know, lots of personality and lots of good posing. Really like him. Okay, coming in at number 7. I know this is going to be one of the more controversial choices. This is Studio Series Drift, the helicopter one. Now, I know a lot of people don't like him, but I really do like him. In terms of the likeness, it's really good. The proportions are really nice. Posability, I can't complain much aside from, waist swivel. I think he has all the posability he needs, and both modes, alt mode, robot mode, they just look really nice. So yeah, top 7. Now number 6 is Siege Sideswipe. He's one of the first Siege figures we got. I don't know if he's figure 1. I'd have to check, but yeah, he's a really nice figure. Proportions are really good. Transformation is really nice. Posing is really nice as well. So there's not much to complain. Maybe aside from the fact that he doesn't have a gun. This one is not his gun. This is from one of the movie Sideswipes. But yeah, really nice figure. I wanted to put him higher on the list. For the longest time, he was my favorite Siege figure. But yeah, a few recent releases just trump him. So yeah, number 6, Siege Sideswipe. Now, number 5 is Siege Jetfire. Now, this is really one of my favorite figures of the line. Just the way he was made is just near perfect. The alt mode is really good. The robot mode, you have the option of making him look like, the original toy, or you can take out the armor pieces and make him look more G1. Lots of play options. He also comes with a bunch of blast effects, which work well with the other figures. So yeah, just really nice. And the posing options, this guy poses like a dream. So even for his size, he poses like a dream. So yeah, Siege Jetfire. Now number 4. Number 4 is not really this guy. Number 4 is the one and only KO on this list, and it's his granddaddy. Let's open up the lights. The Black Mamba oversized Grimlock. This guy's really epic. The beast mode is more accurate. He has light up features. He even has a posable mouth, posable fingers. So yeah, it's really nice. And the size, look at him compared to the original. And this guy is probably one of the biggest. This is the biggest figure in the Siege line, if I'm not mistaken, or Studio Series line rather. And this guy just comes to the waist of this guy. So yeah, really nice. And he comes with a lot of accessories. I probably have to review him at some point, but he has a lot of accessories, not the least of which is this super articulated version of Optimus Prime. Now this thing is not transformable. It's just just an action figure basically, but as an accessory to this guy is really good. So yeah, number 4, the oversized Studio Series Grimlock from Black Mamba. Okay, now let's go small again. For number 3, here is the Voyager Class classic animation Optimus Prime from the Studio Series line. Now, this mold I really liked. The original release is really good, but the one thing that I hated from that original release is all the gunk that was there. I mean, Ironhides is not too bad. Hounds is not too bad. But the original one, if you have him, you'd know he's covered with goo from top to bottom, so he's not too good. But this guy, this recolor, this a big improvement. I really like this guy. Posability is perfect. Colors are perfect. So bright, and animation. It looks like the Transformers Devastation cartoon. Really nice. And yeah, just an all-around good Optimus Prime. So I know that we're gonna get a an Earth mode Optimus Prime from Earthrise, but this is probably gonna be at the center of my shelf just because of how good he looks. These are from Toy Hacks, by the way. So yeah, number 3, classic animation Optimus Prime. Now number 2, this is gonna be a bit controversial, just because Spinister is a bit obscure, and I don't really have, you know, a connection to the character itself. But I don't know, just this guy just looks really good. The alt mode is nice, the transformation is good. Yeah, posability is nice, even with this garish colors, and I know I'm gonna get killed for this, even because of the, even with the transparent plastic as legs. I don't know what it is. I just really like him, and I really hope that, you know, these will be sturdy enough to keep him in one piece. But yeah, really nice figure. Lots of posing options, lots of ports, so lots of usability. I haven't really reviewed this guy, but ever since I bought this guy, I don't know, more than a month ago, I couldn't stop playing with him. It's just a really nice deluxe, probably my favorite deluxe of the line. So yeah, number 2, Siege Spinister. Okay, so my number 1 Transformers figure of 2019. This is Transformers Siege Leader Class Astro Train. Now I know this guy received a lot of flack for being an oversized Voyager like this guy, but I don't think it's a fair comparison. In terms of mass, this is a lot heavier than this guy, and more importantly, in terms of parts count, there's a lot more parts here than there. So while this guy, they could have sold as a Voyager, I don't think they would have found a way to sell this as a Voyager just because of how many parts and how massive he is. That's not to say the extra parts are bad. I really like the extra parts. Now this weapon storage is really nice, and it does fit in train mode, so it transforms to this in train mode, which is basically, you know, a terrain, something it pulls along, or the coal carriage or something like that. And in rocket ship mode, it transforms as a, you know, rocket ship base, which is also nice. And as an added feature, you know, you can connect this with other leader class figures. So if you collected the Power of the Primes, was it Power of the Primes? So any of the leader classes from the previous line, you know, Combiner Wars, Power of the Primes, things like that, you know that they have base modes, right? Or Titan's Return in Power of the Primes, and these connect to those base modes. So I don't know if you've noticed, this and this side, they have connectors, and they connect to things like, you know, the Trepticon, and they connect to like the Soundwave, the Titan's Return Soundwave base mode. They even connect to Omega Supreme. So for what it's worth, this thing is a really nice accessory. That's not to say Omega Supreme himself is bad figure. This guy is really great. He has 3 alt modes that are all fun. The robot mode, of course, is fun. The train mode is really fun as well. The spatial mode, also real fun. And then connecting the space shuttle base with the space shuttle to Omega Supreme. Oh, they just look really nice. And yeah, in terms of posability, it's really posable. So yeah, probably one of the better figures that we've gotten in 2019. Certainly my favorite one of 2019. Okay, so those are my top 10 Transformers figures of 2019. I'm curious to know what's on your list. Do you agree with mine? Do you have violent reactions? Do let me know in the comments. So yeah, if you like that video, please do leave a like, leave a comment, do subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.